Time. First practice. Benetrix Flores, Artigallo. Second practice begins in 5 minutes, which is Cool Fitness and Manning, Post 3, Cater, Tennessee, Post 4. Tito said he'll be here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live Jai-alai in the Magic City on the Jai-alai channel. I'm Stu Nyman. As always, I am joined by Andrew Bleckman, and together we will cover every point played today. All Mutuals wagering is now open for Jesus. Moving on. Players singing like right in the announcer's booth, folks. I mean, they're getting kind of loose here. As is my announcing and the commentary behind it. There are no scratches in today's performance, which is what I know you want to hear about. Each of today's games will offer win, play, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Now, guess what? We have a surprise for everyone, including ourselves. High Five, the High Five jackpot, the most popular wager here at Magic City, is being forced out today. That's right. There is a mandatory force out in the High Five jackpot. What's a mandatory force out? So, the rules of the High Five are this. Play the high five. Correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You do so correctly. Have the only ticket that does so. You'll cash in on that 2,000, except on Force Out Day. Today is going to be Force Out Day. The end of this meet came quickly. When there is a force out, you don't have to hit it exactly the way the rules say you do. You'll still get it if you do, but it's forced out in a mandatory payout. So mandatory payout of the high five jackpot today. Look how quickly they jump. Isn't that graphic beautiful? Sorry, Teleview. Yeah, no, Adam, I appreciate that. We're just letting everybody here, we're not going to be running, we're not running that much Pelota, so we'll just let everybody in on what goes on behind the scenes. That's Adam, number 17. Incredible serve, great costado. His back paid a price for all those fall-down rebotes at Miami jai-alai over all those years. Once again, there are no scratches in today's performance. We're forcing out the high five. We have 1 daily double and 2 pick threes. We're glad you're with us. Another thing to remember is we will not be playing this Thursday. So today's the only day we're playing Pelota this week, and then we have Battle Court 5 p.m. Today, tomorrow, and Friday. No scratches in today's performance. With all that in mind, we ask you to make your wagers as early as possible within scheduled post time. Sit back and relax. Post time for game number 1, and the daily double is now just about 7 minutes away. Andrew.
Hey, Stu.
Isn't it amazing? I really think that Scott waits until it's like, until we have to start announcing, goes boom. How are you?
Oh, Stu, I'm doing well. Feeling good on this Tuesday, as you noted. It's kind of a short week here. We're not playing no jai-alai on Thursday. So no Pelota, no Battle Court. Full day today, Battle Court on Wednesday, and then Battle Court Friday. But excited for the 8 games today. How was the weekend?
Good. I actually did more than I usually do. Really? I did leave the apartment. I had 2 dinners out. That's 2. Count them, 2 dinners out.
That sounds lovely.
Had Indian, which I never have, on Saturday, and Italian in the Gables on Sunday.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Could you say the company, or is that
the company that I was with?
No.
Former jai-alai player and current jai-alai player.
Great.
On opposite nights. Let me switch these guys.
It's okay. I want to know where you went to. We're going to toss it to video here quickly before game 1. Then we'll get back to that. This one will explain the scoring format for all 8 games, which today, as every day, is Spectacular 7 scoring.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And we're back here now, 4 minutes from the start of game number 1. So you said Italian in the Gables. What was the name, Stu? I'm looking for Italian places in the Gables.
It was on Giralda. And you know how they have all the... Say it again? I think that I'm going to say Director Anthony all the time, but we know it's now Director Brian. Director Brian, I believe that was, I'd have to look at the receipt to be honest with you. It was one of those things where I said, well, we'll go to Giralda and we'll just pick where we want to eat. Yeah. And we just kind of like went towards Italian. Yeah. That's how it was picked. And what's the name of the place, Brian? It is, because when I saw Ostia, I was like thinking like of the players, how they scream out like Ostia.
Yeah.
Which is See that name?
Osteria Luca.
Yeah, so that
Sounds
name threw me
Italian,
because when I said
yeah.
Ostia, it's like, hey, it's perfect for highlight players. Now, they don't scream Osteria, of course, and the Ostia is basically the wafer. The wafer in the Catholic Mass. We just
It's a good
refer to
history
it as the
lesson.
wafer and not,
Yeah,
wafer
yeah.
and not take it to. And then the Indian place was in Fort Lauderdale. I really don't know the name of it, but I had a vegetarian dish just with cauliflower and, of course, all the spices that they use, and it was like, wow, this is delicious. I mean, I might actually be able to eat healthy and live another 3 years.
Wouldn't that be something?
Brian, that I don't know. We have 2 minutes to go. We need to let everybody know. Sorry to surprise you guys with this, but it is Force Out Day, and Tiger's, of course, Tiger's in the chat, so Tiger's going to rip me a new one. But literally, I just found out last night because we're basically the technical reason is when you close a meet. So what's a meet? A meet is a set amount of days played of pari-mutuel jai-alai according to a given license. And so at the end of that meet, when those days are up, if you have a jackpot, you have to force it out. You can't carry over to the next meet. And so we have 3 licenses, hence 3 meets for this relatively short pari-mutuel season. And so it crept up on us. And last night I said, wait a second. If the meet ends tomorrow, we need to... yes, we do. So that's literally what it came down to. No one was expecting to have to force it out. But good luck to everybody who will be participating in the high five. Once again, a high five force out today. Good afternoon, David Howard, Steve M. As always. Greetings. Jeff, how are you? Hi, greetings. I know someone said hi before. We got about a minute to go. There are no scratches in today's performance, like none.
No.
Yeah, I won't remember the name of the. I guess if I wanted to, I could go like on my phone and open up the app for the credit card that I used. But it's probably not worth it because I don't think anybody's going to go. But I mean, it was really good. It was really good. How about you?
You know what, Stu? I watched a lot of sports this weekend.
Shocking.
Yeah, the
Shocking.
Ryder Cup was on. That was disappointing, but football,
Hey,
always exciting.
Is it true that Rory turned around and gave someone a
Oh yeah, and I think it was warranted.
Good. I
Yeah.
like that guy.
America, we didn't do ourselves any favors with how we behaved with our reputation across the world this weekend in Bethpage. That's for sure. But it was fun. Let's play some highlights, too. I'm excited to be
Time to begin game 1. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Up first and serving in the red shirts post 1, we have Benetrix and Flores receiving in the blue post 2. Arta in the front court with Gallo. Benetrix serves. This game is underway. Gallo with a tip ball in the backcourt. First point of the day goes to the red shirts of post 1, Benetrix and Flores. Now receiving the white shirts of post 3, Cool Fitness with Manny. Underserve, point 3. Green shirts of post 4 now receiving. We have Ikeda with Tennessee. There's the backhand by Tennessee. Tennessee again, backhand, powerfully thrown to the inside. Manny's there. Ball tipped down low, point 4. 4 will serve to the black shirts of post 5 in the front court is Julin receiving in the back court, number 77, El Barba. Peter, greetings. So Pelota Pete is present and watching. Wow. Here's a backhand by Ikeda. Julian's there. Tennessee at the 12. Ikeda takes that on the forehand. Cortada, stopped by Julian. Rebote forehand. Here's the backhand by El Barba. That's well caught on the inside. Tennessee, there at the side wall. There's a return. Rebote forehand by Ikeda, scooped up by Julian. Scoop by Ikeda. Strong from the forehand. Caught in the air by Julian. Julian on the forehand. Right up the middle. Taken by Ikeda. Beautiful catch by Tennessee. El Barba at the back wall on the forehand. Great catch. Nice return. Taken on the bounce by Ikeda. Ikeda over the top. Rebote forehand saved by Julian. Rebote. Forehand by Ikeda. Kicks. Great catch by El Barba deep in the backcourt. He keeps the point alive. Here's Ikeda at the 9 line. Backhand 2-all. Julian's on top of it. Carom by Julian lands in and scores. A well-played point by all 4 players. Point goes to the 5. Yellow shirts at post 6. We have Juice and Cabrera receiving. Jose Nava, always good to see you. La Máquina, 43. You have to include the 43. Here's a backhand by Cabrera. Julian, powerfully to the back wall. Juice. Point 5. 5 with 2 points. Here's post 7 taking the court. Pink shirts. Lalu in the front court with Unda in the back. Unda advances, makes the catch. Big backhand follows. Rebote coming out. Rebote is out of play. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirts at post 8. CRB with Ben. Carom by Ben. Forehand return by Lalu scores. Point 7. We've completed the first round of play. Points will double. Now through the end of the game. First to return, the blue at post 2. Arta and Gallo. Gallo to the outside, makes the catch. Rebote, missed midcourt, point 2. 2 on the board with 2 points. Here's post 1, returning Benetrix and Flores. Andrew, there's a ton of people in the highlight people in the highlight chat. I mean, you like highlight people in the highlight chat. We also like new people in the highlight chat. Did you notice?
Yeah. Very active this morning.
Here's the backhand by Arta. What an effort by Flores. That ball's missed. Point 2. 4 points for the 2-post. Receiving, post 3, the white shirts. Cool Fitness with Manny. There's the backhand by Manny. Faked carom, hit the pad. Point 2. Possible game point for the blue shirts of post 2. Arta and Gallo trying to stop them. Ikeda and Tennessee. Tennessee from the left side, powerfully to the inside. Gallo's there. Tennessee from the 11. Big backhand by Gallo, goes wall to wall. Rebote forehand. 2-all, lands out. Point 4, play continues. 4 with 3 points. Now receiving, post 6. Yellow shirts, Juice and Cabrera. Low, hard backhand, stopped on the forehand of Ikeda. Ikeda hard to the inside. Cabrera, rebote. Ikeda, good catch there at the 9 line. Rebote forehand with a light touch just above the pad. Actually touched the pad. That's out of play. Point 6. 6 with 2 points, serving to post 5. Julian and El Barba return. Backhand by El Barba. Cabrera's there. Difficult catch made by El Barba. Cabrera, backhand from the 12. Rebote forehand. Kicks to the inside. Cabrera, great catch. Juice on the rebote, not there. Point 5. 5 with 4 points. Here's post 8. CRB and Ben return. Backhand by Ben. Point 8. 18 with 2 points. Here's post 7. Lalu and Unda. Here's a backhand by Unda. Caught on the forehand of Ben. Unda from the forehand, powerfully. Caught by CRB. Unda from the 11 line. Ben's there. Rebote forehand save. Stopped in the front court by Lalu. Powerful throw by Lalu. Beautiful catch by Ben in the air at the 10. Lalu, rebote. Point 7. 7 on the board with 4 points. Here's post 1. Benetrix and Flores. Flores on the backhand. Lalou's there, midcourt. Benetrix goes deep. Lalou calls for the rebote. Benetrix midcourt again, backhand from the 9. Rebote saved by Benetrix at the wall. Unda from the 9. Rebote save. Big bounce brought down by Unda. Point 7. Possible game point for the pink shirts of post 7. That's Lalou and Unda trying to stop them. Cool Fitness and Manning. Unda on the catch, backhand. Scoop, clean miss. Point in game, post 7, Lalou and Unda. No playoff here, 2 places, 5 shows. Unofficial order finish, 7-2-5. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results and prices are official. Coming in first, post 7, Lalou and Unda. Taking second, post 2, Arte and Gallo. Coming in third, post 5, Julin and El Barba. $2 Quinella, 2-7, 29.20. The trifecta, 7-2-5, 194.80. $2 wager on 7 to win, $13.80. First half of the only daily double, the number 7. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 2. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 2 will close out the daily double. Will also begin the early pick 3. We have 2 pick 3s in today's performance. Early pick 3 and a late pick 3. There are no scratches in Game 2. There are no scratches in today's performance. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, beginning in Game number 3, the High 5. High 5 is a pick 5 wager. Correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you do so correctly and have the only ticket that does so, you'll cash in on the High 5. However, the rules today being force out day. If no one hits it exactly as required by the rules of the wager, there is a consolation payout. Again, mandatory payout on the High 5 for today. Make those wagers before Game 3. 5 minutes until post time in Game 2. Game 2 up first. Still got some time to place bets on that High 5 and the mandatory force out. Again, we apologize for the late notice. We didn't mean to surprise you with it. I was surprised. And yeah. I can only convey that surprise to you when I talk to you, which is when we start with the performance. So you got half hour or so. Whether you take that up on watchingwager.com or if you're at one of the tracks around the state, my winners in Connecticut, take advantage of them.
And with a few minutes until we begin game number 2, take a look at this video that will explain in simpler terms how jai-alai is played.
The main rule of jai-alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in jai-alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a jai-alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And we're back here, about 3 minutes from the start of game number 2. Some of the early singles games right here. Matthew Eves, I assume you were talking about Battle Court, referencing the programs for tonight. Or you very well, I don't know, I'll ask you. Are you asking about Battle Court or Pelota? Because the verbiage is, program that could be specific to Pelota. And Restock, heard the name. Good to see you in the chat. Hope to be seeing you soon. For Pelota, yeah, so if you go to jai-alaiworld.com, that's the same website where you can get the Battle Court entries. If you just go to the main page, it's jai-alai World, you'll see a tab that says Magic City Pelota. Let me just make sure. Oh, actually, I see what you're talking about. If you go to jai-alaiworld.com.
Formats, I believe. It's under formats. This is formats tab.
Okay, there you go. Also, at the top of the page, you see a World Jai-alai League logo, a Battle Court logo, and a Pelota logo. If you click on that logo, the Magic City Pelota, it'll take you right there.
There's a couple ways of getting there.
How about Stu? Stu was right on it, though. So that's something I didn't know. So formats via the main page.
And then you choose between our two formats, which is Battle Court and Pelota.
Or if you want to learn about the U.S. National Jai-alai Championship, we got that in there, too.
Old news. We're talking about the High Five force out, Andrew.
Yeah, it's coming up in a little bit. Before the start of Game 3. So as you said, still a couple more minutes to get those bets in.
And all Game 2. Got all Game 2.
You got a little bit. So, and Matthew, just to continue on, you'll see a schedule in Pelota if you scroll down far enough, and you'll see the game pages and the entries up there before each game day that we play. And then afterwards, we post the results and all the prices there too. So if you're interested in that, you can see that after the performance. Let's begin Game 2.
We're ready to begin our second game. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points with all points doubling after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1 is El Barba. Receiving in the blue at post 2, Tennessee. El Barba serves. We begin. Rebote forehand by El Barba to the inside. Tennessee's there. Backhand to the outside by Tennessee. Don't know that I've seen him throw that often, but it worked that time. Point 2. Sneaky. White shirt to post 3. Juice receives. Rob C., greetings. And yes, the folks in Orlando always loved jai-alai. Just not in sufficient quantities to keep it going. Big backhand by Tennessee. Juice on the run, turned his back on the ball. Missed the rebote, point 2. Green shirt to post 4, Cool Fitness. Yeah, that's one of those kind of like permanent rules in jai-alai. Don't ever turn your back on the ball if you're looking for rebote because you're never going to run as fast. You only have so far to run. And when you turn around, the ball could have changed directions. Not fully, but enough. Cool Fitness on the backhand. Tennessee's there. Rebote is saved by Cool Fitness. Tennessee from the forehand at the 6. That big right side. Off the court, out of play, out of bounds. Point 4. Black shirt at post 5 receives. Here's Ikeda. Backhand by Ikeda. The Rebote. Forehand by Cool Fitness. Taken on the bounce by Ikeda. Hard to the inside. Rebote saved by Cool Fitness. Here's Ikeda. Hard to the inside and crossing the wall to score. Cool Fitness hung in there and got the point. Point 4. Yellow shirt at post 6. CRB receives. Backhand by CRB. Rebote to the 9 line. Saved with a light touch. Too light. Did you just try to throw a Dejada Rebote? That's a yes. It hit the pad. That's bad. Point 6. Good try. Here's the pink at post 7. Ben. There's the backhand by Ben. Scoop by Ben. Backhand. Caught by CRB. CRB goes wall to wall from the left side. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt at post 8, Gallo. CRB with a leap, makes the catch. Backhand. Rebote forehand by Gallo. Caught by CRB. Point 6. 6 on the board with 3 points. Here's post 1, El Barbo. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. In and out of the Cesta the ball goes. Point 6. Straight points to a possible game point for CRB. Trying to stop him. Juice. Underserved. Point 3. Play continues. Here's post 2, Tennessee. Juice on the catch. Backhand from the 10. Tennessee from midcourt. Hard to the inside. Juice is looking for Rebote. Point 2. Ju with 4 points. Here's post 5, Ikeda. Rebote left side. It's a 2-all. Ikeda on the bounce. What a catch by Tennessee. There's a backhand to the inside. Light touch. Rebote at the 9. Ikeda's there. Rebote saved by Tennessee. Ikeda's there. Karam scores. Point 5. Ikeda serving to the green at post 4, Cool Fitness. Ikeda, rebote save on the left side. Cool Fitness attacks. Powerful forehand to pass. To the corner, out to the rebote. Ikeda's there. Cool Fitness, focus and catch. Ikeda gets in there. That rebote goes high. Point 4. For 4 points, here's post 7. Ben. I agree. Rebote forehand, saved by Cool Fitness. Here's Ben from the outside. Cool Fitness with a reach, makes the catch. Hard forehand on the return, stopped by Ben. Ben on the forehand. Oh, too high. Point 4. Cool Fitness has taken it to possible game point for the green at post 4. Trying to stop him, Gallo. Rebote forehand diving save. Out of play. Point 8. Play continues. 8 with 2 points. Here's post 1. El Barba. Wow, cool. What is it about this year that just you play great? Powerful backhand by El Barba right to the corner on the wall. Gallo makes a save. Rebote to the inside. One-handed grab. Oh, and a one-handed straight arm throw by El Barba will score. Wow. I don't know what's going on with our 2018 originals today, but something may be in the water. Great job. Okay, 1 with 2 points. Possible game point for CRB. Backhand by El Barba. Hard throw to the inside. CRB on the return. Rebote's way out there. Oh! Just lands out. Point in game, post 6. CRB. Great effort, El Barba. No playoff here. 4 places, 2 shows. Unofficial order finish 6-4-2. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results and prices are official for game 2. Coming in first, post 6, CRB. Taking second, post 4, Cool Fitness. Coming in third, post 2, Tennessee. 6-4-2. The official order finish for game number 2. Your prices will be up in just a moment. How about that showing by Cool Fitness and El Barba?
I was saying that's some of the best we've ever seen in singles play.
Absolutely.
Might be the best.
Barba was solid. I mean, yeah, that play, you know, he snagged it and put it back, but very good. Our early daily double was a 7-all. Then it vanished. $2 Quinella, 4-6, $86.40. Daily double, 7-all, $8.20. Trifecta, 6-4-2, $791.80. $2 on 6 to win, $20.20. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 3. Game 3. Spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. More importantly, game 3 begins the high 5 for today. The high 5 is a pick 5 wager. Correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Mandatory force out today, so the rules of the high 5 are You have to pick correctly, have the only ticket that does so to cash in on the $2,000 guarantee. However, today, Force Out Day, consolation payoffs will be available if no one hits it exact. There are no scratches in Game 3. There are no scratches affecting today's performance. And 7 minutes to go before we begin Game 3. Good luck. So let's take another look back here at the chat. Marathon singles game, Steve M. Steve Smart with an only El Barba. Yeah, I mean, sometimes Cool Fitness was obviously very locked in during that game. And this has always been the story with across highlight players. How do you judge, how is a Bolivar a Bolivar? How is a Joey? How is a Michelena? How is our Aura? They're consistent. It's consistency. And there's consistency in the statistics, and there's consistency in the play. They don't win necessarily every game. Of course, they don't win every game. But they consistently win enough over the course of enough games. Then sometimes guys who play and who know how to play just come in. They've had a great morning or a great weekend, or they're particularly motivated for some reason. I can't tell you what was going on with Cool Fitness.
No?
I could say that
Just looked energized, but yeah, right.
absolutely.
But
Concentrating a little bit more, didn't make mistakes like overthrowing it, kept the Robote in play. El Barba in the doubles, so in the first game doubles, catching that point with Ian Tennessee in the back. El Barba was doing a really good job of his own from the first game, went into the singles. So how do we know it's good? We don't. No one does. 5 minutes to go before we begin Game 3. Game 3 in the high five. Don't forget the high five. Mandatory force out in the high five today. $2,000 being forced out and a mandatory payout. Juice having some difficulties with the remote. Juice is off today. It's like, how can we tell Juice is off? One, he turned his back on the ball on Robote. He knows better than that. And two, he's had some switch ups where he's looking for the Robote on his left side, and he switches to his right side. And meanwhile, in Battle Court the other day, we saw him make every Robote that came to him. And how do you know walking through the door? You don't. Andrew and I have had this conversation multiple times. It's this unknown quality that I don't know if it sticks out more in highlight than other sports because, one, it's always been a betting sport, for the most part here in the United States. So
that's
people pay
part of it.
People pay super close attention to everything.
Yeah.
And also the intangibles that exist in any other sport. The intangibles of, did you have a good morning? Did you sleep last night? Are you fighting with your significant other? Do you have bill issues? Do you have anything that can affect anybody's concentration and potentially affect their play? Are any of those things going on? We don't know the answer to them. Can you imagine those statistics? Be like weather.
And that's the thing. You don't hear about that really anywhere in other sports. No one's under a microscope like they are here. And I think the betting angle that you alluded to, that probably has a little more to do with it also. But now it's like you watch an event and everyone's betting on it. So it's almost like everything. It's kind of going that way.
I think it would be interesting. It's like, obviously, like some of the star athletes that have had a difficult time with the press or a relationship issue, or for instance, the Dolphin that had that didn't do anything, as far as I know anyway, and on his way to the stadium was pulled over and held to the ground by police. Is that going to affect his? I would imagine.
Right.
That might affect his time on the field.
Scotty Scheffler, when he got arrested before the PGA Championship.
Okay.
It was the same. He was in a jail cell like 2 hours ago, and then he got bailed out, and then he was on the course.
How did he do?
He did poorly the first day and then came back. He lost by a few, but the first day was not great, especially the beginning of the first day. And he's like, I never expected to be sitting in a jail cell at 8:30 this morning, and, that'll do it. But in terms of the personal stuff, I can imagine that happens way more in professional sports than people ever even think about. They say a guy has a bad game, they're just laying into him. You know, something could have had an argument, could have had anything, you know.
100%.
They're human beings too, and that's what people, you know, and myself, you know, I'm victim to it too. You forget that sometimes, you know.
I think it's funny because it's like, you know, my mood is often by my own reasoning. You know, I'm very open about what I'm experiencing at any given time, and at the risk of oversharing, but you know, my mood has been the subject of discussion back here at different times. There are times where guys stay away from me. Because obviously it's like I just don't announce. So I'm responsible for player management, but not like the player manager. JR is definitely the player manager. Not in that regard, but the more global player management, I guess, is what you would say. So-and-so needs a doctor's appointment. So-and-so. Like, for instance, I know someone here is not feeling well. Is he not feeling well enough to scratch? No. Might it affect the way he plays? Yes. Do we post that? Not particularly, because... you know, he also has a certain right to privacy as far as his medical information is concerned. So there's a whole discussion that could be had about that. Other than that, I think it's fine.
Yeah, they're playing though, you know.
If I'm announcing, I'm announcing. I mean, you know when I'm pissed because I just sit here and I go, point 1, point 2, point 3.
Also, I hate to cut you off, Stu, but Steve, have we seen Steve Smart in a while? Because the avatar is a little different.
I don't think so.
I don't know, because he's been a long-time fan, active poster. He's always an early poster, too. But, Steve, if this is the first time you've come in, welcome back. And if it's not, I apologize if we missed you, but good to have you here.
Time to begin our third game. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 3 begins the high five. Don't forget there is a mandatory force out of the high five jackpot today. Serving red shirts post 1, Julian L. Barber. Receiving blue post 2, Cool Fitness and Manny.
Happy to know that you're watching and enjoy the action.
Julian serves. Our third game has begun. Manny overhead on the catch. Julian keeps it on the forehand. Outside placement. Cool Fitness stops it. Powerful backhand. Forehand. Crossing the wall. Picked up by Barba and a great catch. Cool Fitness hit the side wall. Catch by Julian. Manny now from the 11 line. Rebote save. Ball tipped. Down low. Point 2. 2-team first up on the board here in our third game. That'll bring to the court the white shirts post 3. We have Sarah B in the front court with Ben in the back. Here's a backhand by Ben. CRB moves in. Low catch on the left side. Manning. Ben comes out to make the rebote. Manny advances. Forehand. Low and hard. Ben's there. Backhand. Up the middle. Caught by Manny. CRB. Forehand. Manny backs to the 12 line. Forehand from the outside. Crossing the wall. Ben sets up for the rebote. High to the front wall. Cool Fitness is there. Hard throw. Caught by Ben. Ball tipped. Point 3. Receiving the green shirts of post 4, Juice and Cabrera. Big backhand gets away from Cabrera. That hits the overhead screen. Point 3. 3 with 2 points. Here's post 5, the black shirts. In the front court is Benny. Gotta get used to saying that. Haven't said that in a really long time. Like Miami Highlight long time. Unda receives in the back. Powerful backhand by Unda. Stopped in the air by Bent. Unda on the backhand. Powerfully. Rebote for CRB. Into the overhead screen and out of play. 0.5. Yellow shirts post 6. Arta and Gallo receive. Gallo on the forehand. Benny on the rebote. Arta cuts it off, winds up, drop shot inside. Unda takes off. Got a Cesta on it, unable to complete the play. 0.6. Pink shirts of post 7 now receive. Ikeda and Tennessee. Here's the backhand by Arta. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Arta's there. Cortada scooped up by Ikeda. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand. Big backhand by Tennessee. Rebote comes right up the middle. Played by Arta to the inside. Great catch by Tennessee. Big backhand. Rebote for Arta. Ikeda now at the 10 line. Backhand to the forehand of Arta. Ikeda comes cross court. Backhand from the 10. Gallo on the left side. Backhand from the 10 line. Tennessee is there. Rebote by Tennessee that keeps ball in play to the outside. Arta's on it. Karam by Arta caught the pad. 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirts, post 8, Benetrix and Flores. Flores on the backhand to the inside. Ikeda's there. Difficult catch by Flores. Benetrix sets up to save the rebote. Sends it up the middle. Ikeda stops it. Backhand. Fine catch by Flores. Backhand to the 12 line. Here's Tennessee. Tennessee from the 11 line. Powerfully thrown. Ball tipped in the backcourt, point 7. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, Julian and El Barba. El Barba, fine catch on the forehand. Right side from the 12 line. Ikeda from the 6. Tennessee, what a catch. Pulls that off the side wall. Rebote for Julian. Ikeda takes it on the right side. Karam. Julian's there. Forehand. Hard throw. Point 1.
Thanks, Ben.
One with 2 points. Here's post 2. Cool Fitness and Manny. Here's a backhand by Manny to the inside. Oh, Barba's there. Good catch. Backhand from the 12. Hard throw. Stopped by Manny. Rebote. Forehand by Julian. Ball tipped. Point 1. 4 points for the 1 team. Green shirts opposed 4 receiving. Juice and Cabrera. Cabrera from the 8 line to the inside. Julian hangs in there for the rebote. Ball tipped at the 11.1. Possible game point for the red shirts of post 1. Julian and El Barba trying to stop them. CRB and Ben. CRB picks the serve, winds up. To the outside he goes where it scores. Point 3. Three with 4 points. Here's post 5. Benny and Unda. Ben from the 12 line. Long carom. Bit ambitious. That's out. Point 5. Not. Five on the board with 3 points. Here's post 6. Arta and Gallo. Unda from the right side, powerfully. Rebote saved by Arta. He goes to the floor. That's a tough play. Benny's there. Benny shoots it inside to score. Point 5. Possible game point for the black shirts at post 5. That's Benny and Unda trying to stop them. Benetrix and Flores. Backhand by Flores, low runner. Undo with the scoop attempt. That is tipped, point 8. Play continues, 8 with 2 points. Here's post 7, Ikeda in Tennessee. Tennessee on the forehand over the top. Flores at the 13 line. Backhand. Ikeda advances, takes it in the air. Powerful forehand. Rebote save by Benetrix. Caught on the tip by Ikeda. Rebote powerfully thrown. Stopped in a difficult catch by Tennessee. He gets that forehand off in time. Flores with the floater. Ball tipped in the backcourt, point 8. 8 with 4 points. Here's post 2, Cool Fitness and Manny. Here's the backhand by Manny. Benetrix from the 9. Backhand to the inside. Manny's there. Manny on the catch, backhand. Powerfully thrown, Rebote coming out to the 6 line. Turned on the forehand of Benetrix. Stopped by Manny. Flores down low, backhand. Low and hard to the inside. Manny looks for the Rebote. He makes the save. Difficult catch made by Flores on the left side. Rebote save. Benetrix has it at the 7. Powerful throw passing. Rebote save by Manny. Caught by Benetrix. Outside placement stopped by Cool Fitness. That ball died coming off the back wall and scores. Well played, point 2. 2 with 3 points serving to the green shirts at post 4. Returning are Juice and Cabrera. In and out of the Cesta, the ball goes, point 4. 4 team is on the board with 2 points. Returning with possible game point, the red shirts of post 1, Julian and El Barba. Julian picks the serve, backhand thrown powerfully out to the Rebote. Juice missed the Rebote, point in game, post 1. Julian and El Barba. Wang wins at 5 places, 3 serves to 8. This is a playoff for 3rd place. And Matthew Eves, in between the next 2 games, we'll talk about that broken Cesta short that you saw, and also intentional versus that was an unintentional break, but I want to clarify that. We'll clarify that then after this point and the prices. Flores on the catch. It's a 2-all. CRB grabs it, sends it back. That one's not coming out either. It's a 3rd place finish for post 3, CRB and Ben. He caught and I don't get it either, Ben. Maybe you can explain it to me sometime. 1-5-3. Results from Game 3 are official. Coming in first, post 1, Julian and El Barba. Taking second, post 5, Benny and Unda. Coming in third, post 3, CRB and Ben. 1-5-3 is the official order of finish for our 3rd game. $2 Quinella, 1-5, $30.80. Trifecta, 1-5-3, 161.60. $2 wager on one to win, $8.60. First number for the high five, number 1. Up next, Game 4, a spectacular 7 singles match. It's played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 4, and post time is now just about 7 minutes away. Good luck. So, Matthew Eves. Okay. Your comment regarding the broken cesta. So, to be clear, cestas are such a commodity and are becoming such a rare commodity really all around the world of jai-alai that a player, I can't think of any player, literally, who would break his perfectly good cesta. So in terms of intentionally being frustrated and just slamming a cesta and breaking it, that you wouldn't see because they're too difficult to replace. So what you saw with Iturbide the other day was, depending upon where the cesta breaks, and they explained it in the short, like if it, the ribs constantly take a beating, and after, depending upon which type of jai-alai you're playing and at what level you're playing, after a while the ribs do need to be reinforced. The reeds break constantly. They break after every day, at least a couple reeds. And, well, sorry. I'm just thinking about, not if you're JR, not if you're R or at that level. It doesn't even look like you touched the ball. They don't break reeds. I break a lot of reeds, or I used to break a lot of reeds. So the reeds are rewoven, let's say on average once a week for most players. We got 36 guys on the roster. When the frame cracks, that's when you start to have a problem. Like a hairline fracture can be reinforced, but that cesta is on its way out because the entire strength and structure of the cesta is within the frame. And also depending upon where the break is, the closer to the tip, without being in the middle of the tip, the closer to the tip, as long as it's not the top 4 inches, I know you're getting a lot of information here, as long as it's not the top 4 inches, you can get by with a brace. When it breaks down near the glove, or it breaks down there, just based on the physics associated with throwing that ball, that cesta is pretty much well finished, and there's not much you could do about it. And the problem with Iturbide was that was basically a brand new cesta. Not brand new, but new enough where he should have gotten at least 2 more months out of that cesta.
Yeah.
And so that's what his frustration was, is, hey, man, this is a new cesta. And he starts throwing with it. When you throw with it, the ball starts doing peculiar things. And that's what winds up happening. I'm going to let Andrew take over with his opinion of it from here, because I have to, use the, go back there for a second.
No, it's okay. I'll take it in a different direction because I think you answered that pretty well, though, about the break. Matthew, if you have any more questions or comments, anything you want to clarify, let us know. Jesse asking about what's the difference between this jai-alai and what he maybe saw the other day. If you watch Battle Court, that is a head-to-head style of matches, and that is our league competition. So there's 6 teams, 6 players on each team, and there's a season-long race. We have the top 4 teams make the playoffs, and we have the semifinals and the championship. Here in Pelota it's just a round robin. So there's 8 players that play in each game. And you see they have a color and a post number on the front. So like Manny there, for example, pink, and he has the 7, so that indicates his post number on the front of the jersey. Each game starts off with one playing post 1 playing post 2. The winner stays on the court, and then the winner plays post 3. The winner of that point plays post 4, and so on. When you get to the end of the first round, after that point, the points double. And the first 1 to 7 will win the game, at which point the person with the second most points will finish second, and the third most points finish third. There is also a nice video that we play before Game 2. So if you go back to the beginning of Game 2, when it says about 6 minutes on the clock, right after we read the prices, you should see a video that will kind of say the same thing that I'm saying to you right now. But there's more visuals. It's a little easier to follow along. But glad that you're joining us. Glad that you found our new... Sorry, just got interrupted. but the players are excited to play today. That's for sure. Game 4 coming up here in just a couple seconds. Yes, and that's jai-alai. That's a good point. The structure here is conducive to pari-mutuel wagering. So we play out to first, second, and third place in every game, as opposed to Battle Core, where it's the first one to get 6 points wins a set. The first one to win 2 sets wins the match. Game 4. Let's begin.
Anything interesting happened while I was gone?
No, just I tried to explain jai-alai. I don't know if it went well.
Of course it went well, Andrew. I mean, come on. In the world
The round robin.
in the world of jai-alai experts, I mean, it's kind of a small field. Not according to Tiger's board, it's not. But there's lots of experts there. Time to begin our 4th game. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1, Etcheberry. Receiving blue at post 2, Lalou. Etcheberry serves. Our 4th game has begun. Rebote save by Lalou. Etcheberry's there. Catch by Lalou on the outside. Costado inside will score. Well played, point 2. White shirt of post 3, Arta receives. Rebote, forehand by Lalou, powerfully thrown. Art on the scoop, shoots the 2-all, it scores. Well done, point 3. Here's the green shirt of post 4, number 55, Benny. Rebote forehand. Benny's there. Ball tipped off the scoop attempt. Point 4. That'll bring to the court the black shirt of post 5. Here is Gonaga. Excellent catch by Gonaga, pulling that off the wall. Here's the rebote. Rebote by Benny inside. Backhand by Gonaga. Scoop high on the forehand of Benny. Ball tip, point 5. Yellow shirt of post 6, receiving number 31, Jairo. Rebote left side. Catch by Jairo. Jairo midcourt. There's the backhand by Jairo. Rebote. Scoop by Gonaga. Backhand from the 9 line. Rebote saved by Gonaga. Jairo takes it in the air at the 6. Low and hard. Scooped up beautifully by Gonaga. To the corner. Out to the rebote. Saved by Jairo. Costado off the side wall, beautifully thrown by Goenaga. 3-wall play. Will score for Jairo. Well played by Jairo and Goenaga, 0.6. Now receiving the pink shirt at post 7, worn by Manny. Here's the backhand by Manny. 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8, Julian. Powerful backhand by Julian. Rebote. Forehand by Manny to the inside. Julian's there. Good stop at the side wall. Karam opens, stopped on the forehand of Julian. Karam by Julian caught the pad. 0.7. 7 with 2 points. Here's post 1. Echeverry. Rebote left side to the inside. Good catch by Echeverry. 2-all by Echeverry. Stopped by Manny. High bounce 2-all. Karam by Manny. Perfectly executed and scoring. 0.7. Seven with 4 points. Here's post 2. Lalu. Ball tipped at the side wall, 0.7. Straight points to a possible game point for the pink shirt at post 7. Manny trying to stop him. Arta. Arta on the catch, winds up. 2-all is in and scores, 0.3. 3 with 3 points. Here's post 4. Benny. Here's a backhand by Benny. Rebote. Forehand. Scoop by Arta. Fakes the 2-all, drops it inside to score, 0.3. Possible game point for the white shirt at post 3. Arta trying to stop him. Goenaga. Here's a backhand by Goenaga. Good catch and tip the side wall. 0.5. Play continues. 5 with 3 points. Here's post 6. Jairo.
Grab another chair. There's another chair. You can take this any chair you want. She doesn't care. We're not shooting from her anymore.
Rebote left side. Here's the catch by Jairo. Ball tipped in the backcourt, 0.6. Jairo with 3 points. Here's post 8, Julian. There's a backhand by Julian. Rebote forehand. Julian on the catch. The return scores, point 8. 8 with 2 points. Here's post 1, Etcheberry. Here's the backhand by Julian, powerfully thrown. Rebote by Etcheberry. Julian on the catch. Scoop attempt, clean miss. Forehand rebote saved by Etcheberry. Scoop by Etcheberry. There's the backhand. Rebote forehand save. Karam lands in and scores, point 1. Etcheberry's on the board with 2 points. Here's post 2, Lalu.
Is there anything?
Scoop by Lalu. Here's the back. Wow, he let go of this one. This rebote is coming all the way out. That hit. Well, that's a redo. It hit the flags on top. Yeah, that's a redo. Wow. Congratulations, Lalu. Folks, so you understand what happens is we took that top row of glass out of the back wall. That's an overserve. Point 2. Now receiving, Manning. So, when the ball hits that area, which would count otherwise as a top pad, it very rarely happens. We do that as a do-over. That's what you just saw happen. And then there was an overserve. The ace will score for Lalu. 2 more for Lalu. 5 points, possible game point. Trying to stop him, Benny. There's a backhand by Benny. Rebote forehand, high to the front wall. Benny makes the catch. Whoa. Whoa. Point 4. 4 on the board with 3 points. Returning, post 3 with 5 points and possible game point is Arta. There's a backhand by Arta. Rebote. Forehand by Benny. 2-all hits the pad. Point 4. 4 with 5 points. Possible game point for Benny in the green of post 4. Trying to stop him. Go Naga. There's the backhand by Goanaga. 2-all by Benny. Lands in and scores for the win. Point and game, post 4. Benny. 4 wins at 7 places, 2 serves to 3. This is a playoff for 3rd place. Over serve. Point and place. Post 3. Arta. Four, 7-3. Unofficial order of finish. Results from Game 4 official. Coming in first, post 4. Benny taking second, post 7. Manny coming in third, post 3. Arta, 4-7-3, the official order finish for game number 4. We'll have your prices up here in just a moment. Early pick 3, 614, 3 of 3 numbers, 458.60. $2 wager on 4 to win, $8. $2 Quinella, 4-7, 45.80. Trifecta, 4-7-3, $815 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, game 5. It's a spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 5 begins. The feature doubles games in today's performance. There are no scratches in Game 5, and post time is now just about 7 minutes away. Good luck. So do you feel that you reasonably answered the inquiries that were presented to you in the chat?
I think we got them.
Have we gotten folks, for the most part, clear?
Yes. We said if there's any clarification that's needed, let us know.
With that, why don't we throw it to a one of those snappy videos that you did over the summer?
Yeah, you know what? 7 minutes till game number 5. You know what? Should we see the late? Let's see the late doubles video from the first part of our season. Take it away.
Powerful backhand by Manu. Benny sends it deep. Robote coming out. Outside placement of the forehand. Robote perfectly executed. Backhand by Nicholas, the low runner to the inside. What a scoop by Ben. Kusheri, 2-all. That scores. Alex on the forehand. Outside placement will score. Well thrown. Fine. Rebote by Gaucheri. Inaki cuts it off. Costi inside. Scoop by Ben. That's beautifully played. Powerful forehand by Julin. Rebote, saved by Goenaga. Douglas attacks. Costello 2-all perfectly executed and scoring. Lalu powerfully from the left side. Aratz on the backhand. Beautiful scoop by Aratz. Rotate forehand. Urrutia from the 7 to the outside. Scooped up by Iturbide. Beautifully caught the drop shot. Scores on the second bounce. Sherry on the rebote. Nicholas chooses the rebote. Little clip to the outside it goes, but Sherry's calling for it. Makes the rebote for the big bounce. What a grab by Nicholas. A blind backhand. What a catch down low by Manu. Outside placement by Manu is stopped on the forehand of Iturbide. Manu runs up, makes the catch, flips it up. It's in play. Nice save by Urrutia. Manu's there. Backhand by Manu. What a catch by Lalu. Manu on the catch. Backhand. Blasted to the inside. Oh my goodness. What a catch by Urrutia. And with 2 minutes to go, that was a nifty top 10, late doubles. Mark Butler, wasn't able to say hi to you before. Glad you were able to participate in Us and Jack. Thanks for passing our regards on to Chucky. Hope he and his family are well. So, players choose their own names. They can play under really whatever name they want. Some players we did ask to change their names when they came here from Dania to try to make a change. And also we did make an error in our very first year. So players are generally allowed to pick their own player numbers as well. And we did allow for individual single-digit numbers, which... there was a very brief discussion, but didn't go very far, that's confusing, especially when you take a single-digit number on the back of the shirt and it's different than the number on the front of the shirt. It's already kind of complicated to explain when they're all double digits, but if you make it single-digit. And anyway, that conversation didn't go very far. So that's why we have some of the 2018 players with single digits on the back, which you've really never seen before in Highlight. But it doesn't make... It really doesn't make that much difference. That's their permanent player number on the back. permanent player number on the back. They all have 8 jerseys. Well, everyone who plays Pelota has 8 jerseys with their permanent number on their back and post position on the front. And folks who are betting on the post position. Time to begin Game 5. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving red shirts of posts 1, Douglas and Benetrix. Receiving blue post 2, Urrutia and Cabrera. There's the serve. We begin. Rebote left side by Urrutia. Douglas is there. Douglas makes the catch. Forehand back to the inside. Good catch by Urrutia at the 8 line. Here's the backhand. Urrutia across court. Backhand from the 8. Douglas is there. Ball tipped at the 12.2. Two-team first up off on board here in our 5th game. Bring out the white shirts at post 3. Go Sherry and Ben. Here's the backhand by Ben. Urrutia makes the catch. Powerful backhand by Cabrera. Ben's there. Ben from the 12 line. Rebote by Gaucheri. Big bounce to the inside. Cabrera. Tough catch overhead. Low and hard on the reverse. Backhand from the 9 line. Rebote forehand by Gaucheri. Urrutia at the side wall. Rebote by Gaucheri. Cabrera takes it on the bounce. Backhand from the 10. Ben's there. Rebote. Left side by Urrutia. Gaucheri cuts it off. Sherry, placement to the inside. Urrutia is there. Filo by Urrutia at the side wall scores .2. Two on the board with 2 points. Here's post 4. The green shirts receiving Lalu and Aratz. Aratz advances. Backhand 2-all. Urrutia is back out there to catch that in the air. Karam, read by Lalu, stopped by Lalu. Lalu with the 3-wall play. Urrutia is on it to the inside. Catch, almost, but ball's tipped in the corner, .2. 3 points for the 2-team. Urrutia is now serving to the black shirts at post 5. Alex and Julian. What a catch by Alex. Backhand from the 8 line. Urrutia up the wall. Backhand from the 8. Wall to wall. Out to the rebote. Alex. Jewel will take that on the right side. Robote's save attempt is short, 0.5. Yellow shirts of post 6. Etcheberry and Benny receive.
I think it leans back. Yeah. You pull that thing on this side out. At the bottom here. Out.
0.6. Panka post 7. Iturbide and Gallo.
If you pull that out, it leans back. I think it's like locked in.
Point 6. Here now to complete the first round receive. Purple shirts post 8. Jairo Manu. Benny's looking for the rebote. He makes the save. Manu takes it in the air. That backhand by Benny took off and hit the overhead screen, 0.8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the red of post 1, Benetrix and Douglas. Good question, Griswold. Don't know. Here's the backhand by Douglas. Catch by Jairo. Jairo powerfully from the left side. Here's Benetrix. Scoop by Jairo. Rebote forehand by Jairo. Benetrix gets in there to save the rebote. Manu from the 10. Scoop by Douglas. Here's the backhand from the 12. Manu's there. No low runner. This one caught on the forehand of Douglas. Picada. Stop by Manu way overhead at the back wall. Magic City bounce. Manu got out of the way. Benetrix will let it pass. Douglas is there. Backhand by Benetrix. Cut off by Jairo. Jairo on the backhand. Douglas at the back wall. That's a difficult catch. Powerful backhand goes wall to wall. Rebote forehand, straight back. Douglas is there again. Backhand. Wall to wall again. Rebote coming out. Douglas goes for the save. Tough one. Well played by all 4 players. 0.8. 8 with 3 points. Serving to the 3 post. Go Sherry and Ben. Here's a backhand by Ben. Caught by Manu. Difficult pickup by Manu on the left side. Good control. Rebote coming out. Forehand rebote by Gaucheri. Stopped by Manu. That ball hits the rail just above the front wall, which is out of play, point 8. Straight points to a possible game point for the purple shirts, post 8. Jairo and Manu trying to stop them. Lalu and Aratz. Powerful serve by Jairo, stopped by Aratz. Manu from the left side, a bullet to the corner, out to the rebote. Lalu is there, cut off by Jairo. Rebote save again. Jairo stops it, backhand from the 7. Manu will take this on the forehand. Right side to the inside. What a scoop by Aratz. That backhand got away from him. Point and a perfect game to the purple shirts at post 8, Jairo and Manu. There are no playoffs, 2 places, 6 shows. Unofficial order finish, 8-2-6. Results from Game 5 are official. Coming in first, post 8, Jairo and Manu. Taking second, post 2, Urrutia and Cabrera. Coming in third, post 6, Echeverry and Benny. 8-2-6. The official order finish for Game 5. There are your prices. $2 Quinella, $2.8, $43. The trifecta, 8-2-6, $236 even. $2 wager on 8 to win, $14.60. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 6. It is a spectacular 7 singles match played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 6 will begin the late pick 3. There are no scratches. Post time, 7 minutes. Good luck. Griswold, are you referring to Andrew? And I don't know that Andrew would necessarily know Laurie, but are you talking about a Laurie or a Laurie's son? I had the pleasure of managing a fronton that Laurie's, 2 frontons actually, that Laurie's son played at, both Ocala and Fort Pierce, some time ago. I imagine, though, that you're referring to the father, though. I actually have had more contact with the son than I have had with the father. Yes. Laurie ran, well, far more than that. Basically, Cesta's Cesta maker and in charge of the amateur program at Orlando jai-alai for many years. So a number of people who played amateur.
Look at that, Stu. Member of the family.
The older one
It's
is
his grandfather.
Is your grandfather? You're kidding.
And the son is his uncle, so it's the other son, the other brother.
Yeah, of course. So as far
Other sibling, yeah.
as far well, welcome to Magic City, and yes, as far as the Laurie family is concerned, specifically in Orlando, especially, of course, very famous.
It's not the first time his name came up today either. Because Rastock was saying something about
Talking about
Laurie,
Laurie's
and then-
ability to fix.
Yeah.
Steve, the break in this Cesta, basically the only thing that could be done with this basket is a transplant, would be to transplant the frame. And Manny, our transplant surgeon here is Manny when it comes to that. So Griswold, did your father play? I mean, I imagine he threw it around. It's hard to be around jai-alai and not at least tie on a cesta and throw balls around. Even Andrew's done that.
Yeah. I said, even me, if I got out there, you know, anyone's got to be able to do it.
When was the last time you threw the ball?
I went out, not this past Tuesday, but the week before.
Really?
Yeah, just, just to make sure I didn't completely lose it. And I completely lost it. So there you go.
No, you couldn't have completely lost it. You hit the front wall, right?
I missed. No, the throwing. This could be naive, but I feel like you reach a point where like it's like a checkpoint. It's like you get the throwing down and you get the basics down. So like I know how to throw still. I know how to, but the catching. I was dropping a lot of balls, and that was very frustrating, Stu.
Well,
I can't, you know.
Believe me, I understand it. And what's funny about that is when you were out there seriously, a couple days a week.
Yeah.
However many years, I think that was like 2-3 years ago, whatever that was.
Yeah, those 2 years.
Yeah, those 2 years ago, your catching was the most impressive part of your game. I mean, you got into position, you stopped the ball. Matthew Eves, let's take a look here. With the glass wall controversy, there's no controversy about the glass wall. It's like, highlights a game, you just need 3 walls. So, and sorry, Matthew, obviously, I know your position on this, and I'm not picking on you, so if it sounds like I'm being dismissive, I'm really not. There are some people who have a problem with the glass wall, and they have problems with other stuff as well. They have a problem with the length of the court. They have a problem with our first-year players. They have a problem with this and that and the other. Some have come along, some haven't. So it's really not a controversy. Has it ever been considered to push the nuclear button and go to a synthetic cesta? The answer to that is yes. And the issue with the synthetic cesta that we experienced, and we did have a number of carbon fiber cestas that a lot of time went into the manufacture of. And they still broke. The frame didn't break on any of them, but they still loosened up and they broke to the point where they would need maintenance. And the manufacturer of those cestas is in Spain. So we couldn't just send them back to Spain to get them repaired and then get them back into play. So in reality, the ones that have been produced to date do require less maintenance than a traditional jai-alai cesta, and the frame definitely is probably will last indefinitely, but they still require upkeep. So the answer is yes. Mango Che, it depends on which cesta you played with. If it was the plastic ones, the full plastic ones, yeah, definitely. That was definitely off. The carbon fiber one, I don't know. Each experience is individual. Time to begin Game 6. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Up first and serving on the red shirt, post 1 is Alex. Receiving in the blue post 2, Arutia. Powerful forehand by Alex. Aruti is there, 2-all. Stopped on the forehand of Alex. Alex powerfully from the right side, passing to the inside where it scores .1. Alex first up on the board in our 6th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt of post 3, Arats. Rotz advances to make the catch at the 11 line. Here's the backhand. 2-all rebote perfectly executed by Alex. 2-score, .1. 1 with 2 points. Serving to the green shirt of post 4. Here's Nicholas. Alex on the catch. Low and hard from the forehand, and Nicholas is there. Scoop by Nicholas, the 2-all. is in. Point 4. Black shirts at post 5. Manu receives. There's a backhand by Manu. Rebote forehand. Rebote forehand again by Nicholas. Here's the catch by Manu. Backhand. Point 5. Yellow shirt at post 6. Iñaki receives. Rebote forehand is a swing and a miss at the 7 line, point 6. Receiving in the pink of post 7, number 20, Go Sherry. Rebote left side, 2-all by Inaki. Turn quick. Gosheri gets there. Gets the forehand off. And the scores on the return, point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt to post 8, number 13, Douglas. Backhand by Gosheri, wall to wall from the left side. Douglas looks for the rebote. Passes from the 6. That one's not coming out, point 8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the blue post 2, Urrutia. Urrutia on the backhand. Costi inside. Point 2. 2 with 2 points. Here's post 3. Arats. Backhand by Arats, right up the middle, Rebote. Caught by Arats. Urrutia will take that on the bounce. On the forehand, drop shot. Will score, crossing the sidewall about the 5 line, point 2. 2 with 4 points, here's post 1. Alex. Urrutia, backhand, caught by Alex at the 9 line. Hard throw to the inside. Urrutia switches from left to right, makes the play. Rebote coming out. At the side wall, it scores, point 2. 6 points for Urrutia in the blue post 2. Trying to stop him. In the green shirt of post 4, Nicholas. Robote forehand. This one caught by Nicholas. Nicholas, placement to the inside. It scores. Point 4. Play continues in our 6th game. That'll bring to the court. Black shirt of post 5, Manu. Powerful forehand by Nicholas. Robote to the inside. Beautifully placed by Manu. Hard throw. Manu picks it off in the air. Drop shot. Did not have the distance. Point 4. Possible game point for Nicholas in the green of post 4. Trying to stop him. Iñaki. There's the backhand by Iñaki. Robote, forehand. Iñaki has on the right side, midcourt, Karam. Nicholas reads it, stops it, returns it high. It lands in to score. Point in game, post 4, Nicholas. No playoff here, 2 places, 1 shows. Unofficial order finish, 4-2-1. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 6 are official. Coming in first, post 4, Nicholas. Taking second, post 2, Urrutia. Coming in third, post 1, Alex. 4-2-1, the official order finish for Game 6. There are your prices. $2 Quinella, 2-4, $28.80. Trifecta, 4-2-1, $255 even. $2 wager on 4 to win, $11.40. 2 games left in today's Pelota performance. Don't forget, this is our only Pelota performance of the week. We will not be playing either Pelota or Battle Court on Thursday. We'll be playing Battle Court today at 5 p.m. and tomorrow at 5 p.m. Game 7 up next. A spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points with all points doubling after the first round of play. Closing out the high 5, which was forced out. A surprise force out today. No scratches in Game 7. Post time is now just about 7 minutes away, and look at that. 2,000 is alive on the board, which means that there is at least 1 ticket. Well, that there is 1 ticket that correctly picked it. If the 6 wins it, all those other payoff, those are the other consolations. 4 of 5, 3 of 5.
It looks like one person has the
2,000 is 4. It was 4 or 5.
Yeah,
it's 4 or 5. So that is a consolation. Wow.
But it's still going to one person now. So if the 6 wins, full 2,000 will be paid out. So who's the 6? Urrutia Cabrera. Well, there's only 3 teams that have won a late doubles game, and Urrutia and Cabrera are one of the 3. So that's a good start. We'll see what happens in the 7th game.
That makes sense. So congratulations, $2,000 for picking 4 or 5 correctly. That is impressive. Negotiates there. Backhand from the 9 line. Powerfully thrown. Rebote left side, dropping. Rebote by Ikeda. Bueno backing up, 8 line. Outside placement, stopped by Ikeda. Ikeda sidearm carom from the outside back, about the 10 line. Here's a backhand by Kubala. Arta up at the 5 line. Drop shot. Point 1. Here's the backhand by Manu. Rebote forehand. Manu makes the catch. Cesta 2-all. Lands in perfect to score. Next, there's the backhand. Rebote coming out. Sherry gets back in there, makes a save. Rebote by Urbieta. Sherry attacks, makes the catch. Cesta 2-all is in. Big right side by Alex. Rebote coming out. Splitter caught in the air by Urbieta. Urbieta down low. Bet what a catch by Ben. Phenomenal. Ball on the Rebote. Ball goes right to the outside. That's a perfect read. Beautiful 2-all. That is a perfectly executed Cesta. Over the top. Big bounce. Brought down by Nicholas. Alex on the catch. Powerful forehand by Alex. What a snag on the left side of Nicholas. Here's a backhand by Julian. Rebote for Manny. Manny, 2-all Rebote. Julian gets out there, makes a stop. Hard throw on the return. Manny, perfect positioning to save that Rebote. Fine. Gaucheri got up there, got it. Rifles it back. Douglas, tremendous catch. Low, hard backhand. What a catch by Gaucheri. Rebote forehand, carom. Perfectly executed and scoring.
And folks, that top 10 plays from the late doubles games, that was back in the winter. Will take us about a minute away from the start of Game 7. A reminder that someone out there, if the 6 wins, they'll take home the full $2,000 on today, which is Force Out Day. You see 4 or 5 numbers, and you'll only see that on a day like today.
Yes.
Well, historically, you never know.
I think that as far as looking forward, if you look at our calendar, it's the last Thursday in October and the last Thursday that we play in November.
All right.
Or the last whatever it is we play in November.
Those are additional force-out days.
Those will
right?
be additional force-out days. I believe that's it. Just for those who are trying to keep track. That's a guess. They call an educated game.
Good luck. Game 7 starting now.
Time to begin our 7th game. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match. It's played to 7 points, and points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts, post 1, we have Alex and Julian. Receiving in the blue, post 2, Iturbide and Gallo. Alex serves. We begin. Iturbide on the backhand. Iturbide from the 10 line. Gallo comes over the top. Alex is there. Cortada stopped by Alex. Alex on the backhand. Rebote for Iturbide. Catch by Julian. 2-all. Stopped by Alex on the outside. Forehand. Played high. Rebote. Good effort. Falls short. Point 1. White shirts of post 3. Goenaga and Nicholas receive. Rebote left side by Alex. Here's the backhand by Julian right to the corner, and Nicholas is there. Julian again, high on the left side, backhand from the 12. Beautiful catch by Nicholas deep in the backcourt. Rebote forehand. Alex on the catch, backhand, powerfully thrown, 2 pass. Goenaga, forehand Rebote, midcourt. Rebote for Julian. Right up the middle to the forehand of Nicholas. Point 3. Green shirts of post 4 receiving. Here's Jairo and Manu. Beautiful catch by Nicholas. There's the backhand. Manu from the 12 line to the inside. Nicholas is there. Nicholas, beautiful catch at the 13 line. Jairo from the 7. Backhand. Rebote forehand. Rebote forehand by Goenaga. Stopped in the air by Jairo. Jairo on the backhand. Nicholas, beautiful catch there at the 12 line. Powerful backhand. Caught in the air by a Nicholas at the 13. Manu now from the 11 to the inside. Scoop by Manu. Nicholas from the 11, backhand. Powerfully thrown to the corner. Manu, what a catch at the back wall. Scoop by Manu, backhand. Lower and harder. Caught by Nicholas again. Backhand from the 12 line. Goenaga, rebote, Costado. Manu saves the rebote. Goenaga has it, winds up, low and hard, scooped, but dropped by Manu. A well-played point by all 4 players. Point goes to the 3. 3 with 2 points. Here's post 5, the black shirts. Iñaki and Unda. Ball along the wall will score, point 5. Iñaki serves to the yellow shirts of post 6, Urrutia and Cabrera. Big backhand by Cabrera, goes wall to wall, out to the rebote. Iñaki's there. Completely wonky bounce there, point 5. Pink and post 7, Lalu and Rats. Here's the backhand by Unda. Arats. Unda now from the 11 line. Rebote left side. What a catch by Arats. High scoop on the left side. Inaki right up the middle. Aratz is there. In and out of the Cesta it goes, 0.5. 5 with 3 points. Here now to complete the first round and receive the purple shirts, post 8. Go Sherry and Ben. Robote by Iñaki. Gosheri cuts it off. Kosti back. Caught in the air by Unda. Robote forehand. That hit the overhead screen, 0.5. Five with 4 points. We've completed the first round of play. First return, blue post 2. Iturbide and Gallo. Robote by Iñaki kicks up. Picked up by Gallo. There's the backhand. Undone the catch. Powerful backhand goes wall to wall out to the Robote all the way to the 5 line. Inaki makes a save. To the outside he goes. Drop shot to the inside. Stopped by Iñaki. Robote forehand by Gallo. Unda's there. Gallo, fine catch, and the backhand from the 12. Gallo from the 10 line, powerful backhand. Robote at the side wall, Iñaki's there. Here's Iturbide from the 9. Robote forehand, escapes, 0.2. 2 with 2 points. Here's post 1, returning Alex and Julian. Aldo F. Yes, this is currently being played at the Magic City Casino in Miami, Florida. Julian on the catch. Low and hard from the right side. Gallo makes the stop. Backhand. Alex from the forehand at the 9 line. Iturbide from the 9 to the inside. Robote forehand, straight back. Robote coming out, saved by Alex. 0.1. One with 3 points, serving to the green shirts, post 4, returning now, Jairo and Manu. Yes, Aldo, we are open to the public Friday evening, 7 p.m. for Battle Court. There's a backhand by Manu. Robote. Powerful backhand by Julian. Clears the overhead screen. Manu from the 13 line. Alex is there. Robote forehand. Alex stops at midcourt. 0.1. Possible game point for the red shirts of post 1. Alex and Julian trying to stop them. Gonaga and Nicholas. There's a backhand. Powerfully thrown. Julian is there. Backhand by Julian, scooped up by Nicholas. Alex on the catch, forehand from the 9. Cortada, stopped in the backcourt by Nicholas. Scoop by Julian. Fine play in the backcourt. Here's Gonaga. Ball tipped in the backcourt, point 3. Play will continue. 3 with 4 points. Here's post 6. Urrutia and Cabrera receive. Rebote forehand. Urrutia on the catch. Cortada stopped by Gonaga. Rebote left side. Scoop by Cabrera. Catch by Nicholas. Over the top. Urrutia going for it, has a tip down low. Point 3. Possible game point for the white shirts at post 3. Gonaga and Nicholas trying to stop them. Lalu and Aratz. Here's a backhand by Nicholas. Aratz is there. Difficult catch by Aratz in the corner. Nicely played. Nicholas calls for it. Hard throw to the inside. Aratz now a pie at the 13 line. Rebote forehand, powerfully thrown. Nicholas is there. Point in game, post 3. Gonaga and Nicholas. No playoff again. 1 places, 5 shows. Unofficial order finish 3-1-5. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 7 are official. Coming in first, post 3. Gonaga and Nicholas taking second, post 1. Alex and Julian coming in third, post 5. Inaki and Unda, 3-1-5. The official order finished for Game 7. There are your prices. $2 quinella, 1-3, $27.80. The trifecta, 3-1-5, $221.40. $2 wager on 3 to win, $11.40. The high 5 with a mandatory payout, a force out today. 14843, 4 of 5 numbers returning $400. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 8th and final game of the Pelota performance. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points with all points doubling after the first round of play. Game 3 will close out today's performance as well as the late pick 3. There are no scratches in Game 8, and post time is now just 6 minutes away. Good luck.
Find me a hustle city, man. Everybody got more than one gig. I send ice cream, rather send a CD.
I have a security company, a beauty salon.
I've been doing music for a very long time.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play jai-alai.
We're looking to transition from dog racing to jai-alai. I went to the university and said, listen, I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train jai-alai players?
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
If you're going to come into the sport, you got to be dedicated. You're going to be a piece of cake.
We knew going in, they're not going to be great the first day.
We'll be like the Jamaicans with the bobsled team. Game time now, man.
This is going to be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I got to win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play!
And folks, that is a trailer for the award-winning documentary about the inaugural season of play right here at Magic City. That was called Magic City Hustle, directed by Billy Corbin, the creator of Cocaine Cowboys, Screwball the U, and much more. Magic City Hustle highlights the transition of these Magic City athletes and their respective careers in other sports right here to the jai-alai front time. You can watch Magic City Hustle directly from Google Play or iTunes, rent or buy from either platform. And if you buy it for a few dollars more, you can enjoy it as many times as you like for life. 3 minutes until the start of game number 8 in advance of Battle Court. And I lost my sheets, dude. Darn it, you know.
I have mine.
I mean, where could it have gone? Ugh, that's a loaded question.
Here you go. Let me hand you another copy because Scott knew.
One of them.
Scott knew that.
Thank you. Scott, thank you. You know, he was on it.
He said, I don't know what you do with this. I said, I do.
All right. Renegades and Cyclones, the two teams competing tonight, will begin with Division 5 doubles. Flores and Ben take on Hyro and Stan. Then some singles. Gosheri takes on Manu. We'll go back to doubles with Goanaga and Amigarena against Inaki and Unda. Then Division 6 doubles with CRB and Flores against Stan and Robin. Again, Robin subbing for Bueno. Still out for the Cyclones. Then match 5 will be singles. They'll be Ben against Unda. And then we close it out with Division 1 doubles. Gosheri and Amigarena take on Inaki and Manu. Those will be the 6 matches in order tonight. Battle Court between the Renegades and Cyclones.
5 p.m. today.
Yes.
And then tomorrow as well, we will be playing Battle Court. There will be no Pelota or Battle Court on Thursday. And, of course, Friday evening, 7 p.m., we are open to the public. And they really pump up the volume.
Yeah, they've added a few more.
It's noisy in here Friday nights.
Yeah.
It's,
some more accoutrement to the Friday night production. You know?
I don't know
and
if
it's
that's
a little
the
bit.
I don't know that that's the word that I'd use. But
they have some contests going on up front. They have a contest, Stu, because I saw it up here. It was a score and win. Like you shoot a basket, you throw a bag into the cornhole hole, and you putt a golf ball into a hole. If you do that, you win something. Come check it out, folks. I don't know all the details.
Look, if they give me a piece of paper on company letterhead that says, describe this, I'll do it. I don't know what they're doing besides playing jai-alai. But there's a lot of stuff and it makes a lot of noise.
I saw UD on past Friday shooting some shots over there. So I
did see that, and I was like, he must be tired of doing that. It's like that
Can you
long
give him a
enough.
break?
Yeah, it's like
He's shot enough.
you don't have to do that anymore. Time to begin Game 8. It is a spectacular 7 singles match played to 7 points, with all points doubling after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, Arutia. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Douglas.
Thank you, Rastock, adding some more context. So what's interesting is they pay you on the individual bets, and if you hit the parlay, they give you $100. That's nice, Rastock.
Here's a backhand by Douglas. Did you say something? 2-all. In and scoring, .1. White shirt at post 3. Gaucheri receives. Over serve. .3. Green shirt at post 4. Iturbide receives. No, there's a lot of people in here having a lot of fun on Friday nights. I mean, there's the jai-alai, and then there's the other stuff. And they seem to enjoy it. Everybody seems to be having a good time. Concerning. There's a backhand by Iturbide. Rebote forehand by Gaucheri. Iturbide makes a save. It's a 2-all. Gaucheri tracks it down. He's on the outside. Powerful forehand will score. Crossing. .3. Black shirt at post 5 receiving. Here is Manu. There's a backhand by Manu. Rebote save by Gaucheri. Manu on the left side. Backhand powerfully thrown right to the corner. Out to the Rebote. Gaucheri saves it. Manu from midcourt. .3. Three on the board with 3 points. Here's post 6. Iñaki. Here's a backhand by Iñaki. Rebote coming out. .6. Pinka post 7 receives. Nicholas. There's the backhand by Nicholas. Rebote. Powerful forehand rebote by Iñaki. 2-all. Lands in and scores. .7. Here now to complete the first round receive. Purple shirt at post 8. Arats. Here's a backhand by Rotz. Long costado 2-all. Scores. .8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return the blue post 2, Douglas. Rebote forehand. Ball tipped at the sidewall, .8. 8 with 3 points. Here's post 1. The red shirt, Urrutia. There's a backhand by Urrutia. Tipped by Arats, point 1. 3 points for the 1 post. He's serving to Iturbide in the green at post 4. Backhand 2-all lands out. Point 1. Possible game point for the red shirt at post 1. Urrutia trying to stop him. Manu. Manu on the backhand, wall to wall. Rebote to the 8 line. Powerful forehand rebote, kicks up and hits the overhead screen. That's out of play. Point 5. 5 with 2 points. Here's post 3. Go Sherry. Go Sherry, backhand. Caught by Manu. 2-all by Manu. Opens and scores, point 5. 5 with 4 points. Here's post 6, Iñaki. Good catch by Inaki in the corner. There's the backhand, clearing the overhead screen. 2-all by Manu on the rebote will score, point 5. Possible game point for Manu in the black shirt of post 5. Trying to stop him, Nicholas. I see what you did there, Steve. That was funny. Nice to have friends in high places. Scott would appreciate that. Backhand by Nicholas. Manu takes it in the air. Rebote to the inside. Nicholas makes the catch. The long 2-wall lands in and scores. Well done, point 7. 7 with 3 points. Here's post 2, Douglas. Two all. In and scoring, point 7. Possible game point for the pink shirt at post 7. Nicholas trying to stop him. Arats. Here's Nicholas on the backhand. He passes. Arats for the rebote. Big bounce to the inside. Nicholas forehand rebote. Arats takes it in the air at the 6 line. Karam scores. Point 8. Possible game point for Arats in the purple of post 8. Trying to stop him, Iturbide. Arats on the catch. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Iturbide. Robote. Forehand. Above the pad. Iturbide gets there, winds up. Philo caught the top of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. Point and game, post 8. Arats. 8 wins it 5 places. 1 serves to 7. This is a playoff for 3rd place. Seven shows. Unofficial order of finish. 8, 5, 7. Your prices will be up in a moment. A tricky try. Wow, 8, 5, 7.
A tricky try, and since we've come back from the break, none of those players have won a game. So let's see. Let's see what this price is going to be, because it could be pretty high. Coming in first, post 8. Arats taking second, post 5. Manu coming in third, post 7. Nicholas, 8, 5, 7. The official order of finish for game number 8. Prices will be up in a moment. Once again, awaiting the prices from our 8th game. 8, 5, 7 may have broken the toad equipment. Late pick 3, 4, 3, 8. 3 of 3 numbers, 488.20. $2 wager on 8 to win, 29.40. 5 to place, 37.60.
This price is up there.
Quinella, 5-8, 55.60. Trifecta 857, $937.40. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Tuesday afternoon performance of Live Jai-alai in the Magic City on the Jai-alai channel. We're glad that you chose to join us today and invite you to join us less than 1 hour from now. In fact, just about 45 minutes from now, when we play Battle Court. The Renegades will take on the Cyclones on behalf of the players, staff, and management. Magic City Jai-alai, Battle Court Jai-alai, and the World Jai-alai League. We thank you for joining us and hope to see you for Battle Court at 5 p.m. Have a good day, everyone.